What's up, YouTube? Connor Garrity. You're on the G-Money041 channel. Thank you all for tuning in. This is a continuation of my list of my top 5 favorite players at each position. Yes, I am continuing the list. I did not forget about it. If you want, check out right here. I'm going to put the point guard list. Check that out. That's my first list I did. My top 5 favorite point guards. And right here, I'm going to post a video for my top 5 shooting guards. Click on both of those if you want to watch both of them, so you can see who I've got at my top 5 at those positions. Remember, these are not the best players. These are just my favorite players at each of those positions. Let's start into it right now. This is the small forward position, and we also have like I had at the shooting guard position, I do have one honorable mention, and that is Carmelo Anthony. I am a huge fan of Carmelo Anthony. I love the fact that he can score at will. I love the scorers and shooters mentality that he has. I've always liked his game, even when he's at Syracuse. I wish he would go back to the Braids, but that's another story. Never the most athletic guy, and never the greatest defender, but he was a great scorer. I loved him when he was on the Thuggets. Yes, the Thuggets, not the Nuggets. That's the only way. That's the only team. That is the Denver Nuggets team that I loved when they were the Thuggets, and they had him. They had J.R. Smith too. Who else did they have on that team? They really used to thug people around though and get in fights a lot. That was a crazy team. So anyway, that is my honorable mention, Carmelo Anthony. Let's get right into the list, and let's start right now with another current player right now. Everybody else is already retired on this list. My other current player on this list is Kevin Durant. Very good player, very good player that is only getting better. We do not even know how tall Kevin Durant is. Let's be honest. I think he's 7 feet tall. If you ask me, he looks more like closer to 7 feet than he does to the 6'8" that he's listed or something. Great jump shooter, starting to become a better defender, can score at will, can shoot from 30. Guy's just a monster. Reason he's on my list is because I love watching guys who can score in a variety of ways, and he's one of those people that can score from outside, inside, anywhere on the court. He is a danger to score. Continuing on the list, Dr. J. Reasons should be self-explanatory. The man, we wouldn't have... He was the guy who kind of made dunking cool. He won the first ever slam dunk contest with a free throw line dunk. He used to be able to cradle the ball. His hands were massive. Guy is just Dr. J, a.k.a. Julius Erving. He is the godfather of dunking. He is the guy who made it awesome and cool when he was in the ABA with the Fro. 76ers legend. Of course, Dr. J has to be on my list. Love watching old-time film with Dr. J. Next on my list, Larry Bird. Again, self-explanatory. All of the small forwards are basically self-explanatory. It's Larry Bird. The man was a man. Again, not super athletic. Could score from anywhere, though. Just could score. That's all he did was score. And he was a very, very underrated defender. Very good defender. Very tough nose. Talked a lot of crap. Used to get in fights all the time. Very tough. Very good defender. And outstanding on the offensive end. So, of course, he's on the list. Larry Legend. Even though he is a Boston player, I do have to show my respect for him. Next up, Dominique, a.k.a. Dominate. Dominique Wilkins on the list. Of course, I have to put Nick on the list. I've said it before in a couple of my videos. Dominique Wilkins is the man. When it comes to dunking, Dominique Wilkins is the man. Dr. J may have brought it with a new finesse and new style. Dominique brought it together. Dominique was throwing things down with power and finesse. One of the greatest power dunkers of all time at 6'6". Could jump out of a gym. Legend. Dominique Wilkins, wearing the Reebok pumps, comes in on my top 5 small forwards of all time. And last but not least, if you watched my point guard video, you know I left a certain somebody out on the point guard list. He is on this list at the small forward position because of one fact that I will say in a second, and that is Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, of course, is on my favorite small forward list. How can he not be? The guy it's Magic. Even as a commentator, you have to love Magic. He's Magic Johnson. But, of course, Magic makes it on the list. Always been a huge fan of Magic. Love watching old film of Magic. Magician with the basketball. Could do anything. Now, the reason I'm talking about the small forward instead of at the point guard position, his size at 6'9" allowed him to play any position on the court, including center in the NBA Finals when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went out with an injury. And that is why I placed him at the small forward position. Because, honestly, he could play any position on the court, but he was, in my opinion, more of a small forward than he was a point guard in terms especially of defending. He wasn't able to keep up with smaller guards. He was not a very good defender at all against guards. That's why I put him at the small forward position, just because he was more suited to guarding that position than he was, say, guarding a point guard. However, I could have put him at the point guard position, the power forward, or the center position. He was great at all of them. If he wanted to be a center in the NBA, he could have been. If he wanted to be a power forward in the NBA, he could have been. Would have redefined those positions, especially. He redefined the point guard position. Can you imagine if he had been playing center like he did during the NBA Finals when he went off? Whoo! Insane. Insane. Because he would have been able to step back and centers wouldn't have been able to guard him. Whew. Whew. That would have been fun to watch. But anyway, that's it for the list. Again, we have the honorable mention. This is my top 5 favorites small forwards of all time. Honorable mention, Carmelo Anthony. And on the list, we got Kevin Durant, Dr. J, Dominique Wilkins, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully, you enjoy these videos. I know I enjoy making them. Again, thank you for watching. This has been Connor Garrity at the G-Money041 channel. I'll be hitting you with some more new content today. Again, hopefully I will get my dad to film with me today. Cannot wait to do that. We will be talking Lakers. But that's going to be it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good business. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody liking. Much love, much love, much love for everybody watching and liking what I'm doing. Thank you again for watching the G-Money041 channel. Remember, the is part of the name like The Ohio State University. But unlike them, I do not suck. This has been Connor Garrity. And with that, I got to hit you with the peace.